Hey, gout sufferers, if you have a hard time preventing or getting over painful gout attacks, I want to give you 10 ways to stop gout attacks without medication. The standard gout medications can work well, but they don't work for everyone, and some people experience harsh side effects. Whether or not you take the meds, I think you'll find this information helpful. I'm Dr. AJ, and I believe we can live a healthy, pain-free life without the need to take a lot of medications. With gout, it's all about controlling uric acid and inflammation to help recover more quickly from an attack and to prevent future attacks. So here are my top 10 tips to stop gout. Make sure to watch to the end because I'll share a method for quick relief from gout attacks. Tip number 1 is to limit foods that increase uric acid. Foods that are high in purines trigger an increase in uric acid levels in the body. This is probably advice you've heard before, but it's worth repeating because high uric acid not only causes gout, but also has been shown to increase your risk of high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney disease, obesity, heart attack, and other conditions. If you're trying to prevent a gout attack or get relief from a gout flare-up and uric acid continues to be produced from the foods in your diet, you'll be working against yourself. Here is a list of foods that raise uric acid levels. So red meat like beef, pork, and lamb, game meat like venison and rabbit, organ meats, especially liver and kidneys, are very high in purines. Seafood, including tuna, trout, sardines, anchovies, herring, mackerel, scallops, and shrimp. Sugary foods, especially those high in fructose. Even some vegetables are high in purines, including asparagus, spinach, cauliflower, and mushrooms, although vegetables are rarely the problem. Eliminate these foods during a flare-up because getting uric acid levels down is top priority. When you aren't in a flare-up, you'll still need to limit them, but the more strategies you're using to control uric acid, the more you may be able to get away with eating some of these foods. Number 2, watch what you drink. People like their drinks, so you may not want to hear this, but all alcoholic drinks and sugary drinks will raise uric acid. All alcoholic drinks have enough purines to increase uric acid and therefore put you at a much higher risk of a gout attack, but beer especially. My recommendation is to use this as a reason to stop drinking alcohol altogether, since it's basically just poison, but that's just me. If you still want to drink beer, there are low purine varieties. Now for the sweet drinks, 2 sodas a day will increase your risk of a gout attack by 85% compared to someone drinking only 1 a month. It's not just sugar. Fructose, especially high fructose corn syrup, will really raise uric acid. It is crucial to avoid soda and other sweetened drinks, even fruit juice. Diet soda does not increase uric acid, and while better for gout than regular soda, they can still increase inflammation and may cause other health problems, so I'm hesitant to recommend it. Number 3, drink water and lots of it. Some people think that water is boring, but it's what our bodies were designed to drink, and water will help you lower uric acid. This is very important because when you have high levels of uric acid in your blood or hyperuricemia, you have a much higher risk of your arteries stiffening, which then leads to other problems like high blood pressure, heart disease, erectile dysfunction, and other chronic illnesses. Swapping out soda or juice for water will really create a big shift towards lowering uric acid because that one change will prevent more uric acid buildup and will actively flush uric acid from the body. How much water should you drink? Or at least a half gallon, but probably closer to a gallon a day if you're having a gout flare-up. One good indicator is your urine color. The darker the urine, the more dehydrated you are. So drink enough water to keep your urine very light in color or clear. Anytime you are sweating, you'll need to try and replace those fluids quickly, and filtered water is best. Number 4, limit fructose and sugar. Both of these sweeteners will raise uric acid, but especially fructose. Within minutes of consuming fructose, the uric acid in your blood will start to rise. Fructose has a number of really bad effects on your health, like signaling our body to store fat, increasing appetite, depleting energy in our cells, raising triglycerides, causing fatty liver disease, obesity, and diabetes. Sugar will have these effects too because table sugar has fructose in it and should be limited, but high fructose corn syrup has even higher amounts. Fructose is found in fruit, but doesn't have the negative impact because it's not as concentrated and it's absorbed more slowly because it comes with fiber. But anything else with high levels of sugar and fructose, especially processed foods, you'll want to watch out for. And you'll want to start checking ingredient labels if you aren't already because they sneak it into a lot of different foods like sauces, breads, crackers, juices, fast food, and obviously desserts and sweetened foods. Food manufacturers do this because it makes it addictive, makes you more hungry, and makes you want to buy more. Ideally, you'll want to keep your added sugars below 25 grams per day. Number 5 is sleep. Did you know that a lack of sleep will raise uric acid levels? Sleep is crucial to good health, and there are multiple studies that have looked at how sleep affects levels of uric acid in the body. The less you sleep, the more uric acid is elevated in the blood, which will lead to more gout attacks and difficulty getting rid of gout flare-up. Not only that, a lack of sleep or poor sleep quality will cause an increase in inflammation, making gout pain worse, and it leads to increased calorie consumption and craving sweet, processed foods, and junk food in general. The ideal amount of sleep is 7 to 8 hours. Anything below 7 hours will likely contribute to higher uric acid and inflammation. To improve sleep, try to stick to a regular sleep schedule that allows for 7 to 8 hours each night. A calming wind-down routine is helpful, especially one that avoids screens for about an hour before bed. Try to avoid eating for about 3 hours before bed, and keep your room as dark as possible and on the cooler side. About 68 degrees is ideal. Number 6, use uric acid lowering supplements. There are a handful of supplements that are safe to take and proven to be effective in lowering uric acid. One of those is vitamin C, which helps your body excrete more uric acid. A dose of 500 milligrams per day has been used in studies, but you can safely take up to 2,000 milligrams a day, and it will most likely be more effective if those doses are spread out throughout the day. Luteolin is another supplement shown to lower uric acid levels. Luteolin is a flavonoid. Flavonoids are beneficial compounds found in plants, and luteolin is found in various herbs and vegetables and has natural antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and anti-cancer properties, along with its ability to lower uric acid. It works by targeting xanthine oxidase, which is the same enzyme targeted by allopurinol, the main drug used to treat gout. 100 milligrams per day is recommended. Another supplement to consider is quercetin. Quercetin is another beneficial plant compound called a polyphenol and is found in various fruits, vegetables, and leafy greens. It also acts on xanthine oxidase to lower the production of uric acid. It has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It's considered anti-aging and protects against heart disease by improving blood vessel function and lowering cholesterol. Keep in mind that these supplements can take some time to lower uric acid and are best used consistently to keep uric acid levels lower, similar to how you would use allopurinol. They also can help during a gout flare-up in combination with the other strategies in this video to get out of pain faster. Of course, instead of supplements, you can always just work on eating more fruits, vegetables, and leafy greens, but supplements are a convenient and often more affordable way to ensure that you're getting higher levels of the desired nutrient. Number 7, watch out for medications that increase uric acid. Some medications increase uric acid levels significantly. I'm a firm believer that the fewer medications we take, the better, but some are absolutely necessary. If you struggle with frequent gout attacks or have consistently high uric acid levels and take a medication known for raising uric acid, it's worth a conversation with a prescribing doctor to see if there are other options, including lifestyle changes, so you can get off that specific medication. Even if getting off of the medication is not an option, it can be helpful to know because you can make other accommodations to offset the effects on your uric acid levels. Here are some of the more common medications and supplements that can raise uric acid. Aspirin, testosterone, as in the type used for TRT, Topamax, ticagrelor, sildenafil, omeprazole, cyclosporin, niacin, acitretin, filgrastim, levodopa, theophylline, diuretics, beta blockers, and chemotherapy drugs. Number 8, eat foods that lower uric acid levels. Food should really be the medicine that we take for any illness or disease. For gout, there are specific foods that have been shown to lower uric acid. Dairy, for those that tolerate it, has been shown to lower uric acid and decrease risk of having a gout attack by 44%. In fact, drinking milk can lower uric acid as much as 10% within hours. Yogurt is another good option as long as it has low or no sugar. A diet high in fruits and vegetables can lower risk of gout attacks by 14%. And the Mediterranean diet has been shown to be effective in reducing gout risk and lowering uric acid. This diet is high in fruits and vegetables, legumes, olive oil, nuts, and fish, and low in processed foods, sugar, and saturated fat. Tart and Bing cherries will lower uric acid. Foods high in vitamin C are helpful, especially lemons. A high fiber diet will also reduce uric acid production. Number 9, test uric acid levels. You can't feel if uric acid levels are high until it's too late and you get hit with a gout attack. Testing instead of guessing is a great way to check your progress on how you're managing your uric acid levels. Remember, uric acid is not just about gout, it's about your overall health and quality of life. If you have chronically high levels, your risk of all sorts of diseases goes up significantly, so it's worth paying attention to. It will also contribute to poor joint health and irreversible joint damage if you keep having gout attacks. Ideally, you're checking in regularly with your doctor to test blood levels, but you can also buy a uric acid meter and test it yourself more frequently at home. This can help you stay on top of uric acid levels by monitoring how effective your strategies are in keeping uric acid levels in the normal range, and if you're in the danger zone for a gout attack. I'll put a link in the description for what I feel is the best meter out there. I'm not sponsored by them, but just think that they're a solid option. And finally, number 10, you need a way to get some fast relief. There's a method that works extremely well for many gout sufferers. It can relieve pain from a gout flare-up within hours. All the tips in this video should help reduce gout pain effectively, but this method is the fastest. Unfortunately, there isn't any research on this method. It's mostly anecdotal evidence, but there is a lot of it. And in the end, if it's safe and gets results, it can be worth a try. To start out, mix a half teaspoon of baking soda in an 8-ounce glass of water and drink it. I recommend starting with a half teaspoon because larger amounts can cause digestive symptoms, so it's best to start small, but you can go up to a whole teaspoon per dose. After 30 minutes, mix 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or the juice of 1 lemon into an 8-ounce glass of water and drink it. You can repeat this process up to 4 times a day. So 30 minutes later, do the baking soda again. 30 minutes after that, do the apple cider vinegar again. Cycle through that up to 4 times. Too much baking soda can cause problems, so I wouldn't exceed 4 doses or do this more than a few days in a row. And stop as soon as you get relief and continue with all the other uric acid lowering strategies. If your stomach reacts badly, try dropping to 1/4 or 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. If you have been told to reduce salt intake by your doctor due to a health condition, you'll want to talk to your doctor before trying this method because baking soda has sodium in it. I hope these tips help you keep your uric acid and gout under control. I put it all in a PDF download that you can grab in the description. If there's something that has really helped with your gout, tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching and stay strong.